Hi Aries, welcome to your monthly messages from Spirit reading for December. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node for the sign of Aries. This is a general reading, not a personal one-on-one reading, so please keep that in mind. It may resonate, it may not. Take only what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. So I'm going to go ahead and dive deep into what you need to hear right now in this very moment with everything you're going through in the month of December, everything that will happen for you in the December, and what to remember and be aware of as this month unfolds for you guys. But man, already we have a ton of fire here, which I'm not surprised to see for you, my fire signs. But this is all about 8 of fire and 8 of water. If something has left your life, accept it. It is really propelling you forward into a new chapter. And some of you have been wanting to hold on to this person, this situation that has left. They've chosen to left, Aries, and let them walk out. Let them leave, or let the situation follow through. Because honestly, it's closing out something that's been burdening you, stressing you out for a long time. And Spirit is saying, with whatever is leaving, let go and let God. Let Spirit, the universe, start to replenish you in ways that are taking you in a different direction in your life. And maybe this, whatever ended, was completely unexpected. You didn't see it coming. You weren't prepared for it. But in the background of what you don't see about it, Aries, is that this was part of Spirit's plan. This was part of God's plan, that this situation, this era, this chapter in your life is coming to an end. But with the 8 of fire being the dead center of your spread for December, I do feel you're starting to feel a new momentum. That Spirit, by putting this to an end, is pushing you forward into a new beginning. Where I feel for a lot of you, with the 8 of Wands, it could come through text messages, phone calls from people that maybe even you never thought you were going to hear from again. But others of you, I feel that whatever was lost is being replaced through different opportunities, through new experiences, through people who are going to be there for you through and through. That is kind of what's being replenished in your life. And I feel, Aries, you may have felt unprepared for this, but you're being catapulted into this new agenda, into this new experience that has been waiting for you, Aries. And maybe Spirit, God had to kind of rush things along because you're staying stagnant for too long, thinking that the person that was leaving, the situation that was fading out, was the one thing you needed to have. Truly, that wasn't the case at all. And you guys are starting to become more and more aware of that as December unfolds. You're regaining your sense of power back, Aries, from someone that may have tried to take it away from you or may have tried to make you feel less than. I don't feel that that person, that situation ever had your best interest, Aries. Oh my goodness. And if you're only to see what's to come from all this, is the 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, what you've lost will be restored tenfold, quite literally, with the 10 of Pentacles in the future here. If there was a job that you got laid off from, fired from, man, I do feel that that was just because they didn't have the resources anymore to pay everyone sufficiently. I feel that there was a lot that was going on in a certain situation or within someone's mental, emotional stability that you weren't aware of, Aries. That Spirit finally decided it was time for this to end. It was time for you to outgrow the situation, to detach from the situation. And I do feel that already you've started to see new people, new opportunities come into your life. And some of you are weary of trusting that, trusting these people coming in, these messages coming through, these new opportunities to get out there and to forget about what was lost, because you don't want the past to repeat itself, but it's not going to, Aries. That's something you need to know about this. 10/10s here again. It was in Pisces reading. Some of you, if you have Pisces strong in your chart, I suggest check out the Pisces reading to see if there's messages for you there. Your birthday could be April 10th for some of you guys. But as one chapter closes, a new one begins. And the new chapter that's opening and unfolding is setting you up for an amazing 2023. with the 10 of Earth. Oh my goodness. And here's another 10. Bottom of the deck, the 10 of Cups. Pisces energy. So yeah, Aries, I feel what left your life was something you felt you were so safe with, so secure with, that was always going to be there. But I do feel, Aries, that this 10 of Cups was more of the fantasy that you projected onto this than the reality it presented itself. For a lot of you, I feel like this was a relationship, whether that's romantic, friendship, or platonic. It feels like this was someone that you idealized, that you fantasized about, that you thought was going to give you your happily ever after. But with the 8 of Cups crowning this reading, they left unannounced, unexpectedly. And I do feel for a lot of you, it broke your heart. And this could have been in October for some of you guys, I'm feeling. Could have been a Libra or a Scorpio that you were dealing with. But Pisces, I do feel that you are kind of regaining your sense of self back from this person leaving your life. And I do feel you've been doing a lot of healing within yourself to understand what happened when they couldn't give you the answers, when they were not courageous enough to give you the answers. I do feel for some of you guys, maybe this is involving family very specifically. Maybe someone that you've had to create boundaries with, or maybe even go in no contact with. And I do feel that as hard as it was for you to do that, if you were the one that had to walk away, you've been seeing how much lighter your life has been from not carrying someone else's crap with you all the time. It kind of feels that way, quite honestly. And some of you didn't even realize this or see this until they were gone. And with this 10 of Cups here, Aries, I want to say that the worst is over, truly, for you guys. And there has been a lot that you've learned from all this. But I feel what Spirit is setting up for you is the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, what's to come is something that you've never even imagined could happen for you. How happier you will feel without that energy in your life. How much happier you feel that you can rely on yourself, rely on what you do have that people will love, appreciate, want to build and grow with. And what left your life, Aries, that you thought was the only thing that was making you so happy, you're realizing that wasn't the case. That truly happiness comes from within. And when you reach that certain mindset of law of attraction, of understanding and accepting life's twists and turns as unexpected as they can be, as unprepared for them as we are sometimes, that there's always something to come out of it. And usually it's always better than what we could have thought of or imagined for ourselves. So with this 10 of Cups in the background of what Spirit kind of wants to put the overall tone to this, Aries, is that you will still have your blessings. What has ended is not the final chapter of your life in regards to your happiness, your fulfillment, and your success. You're actually right now in December learning what makes you truly happy, what makes you feel truly fulfilled. And I feel by giving that priority is really what's opening up to these new experiences coming in your life that is showing you all along that this was always waiting for you. But maybe you were attached to certain things that was just blocking you from seeing all this, seeing the beauty, the blessings, the love that surrounds you in your life. And maybe it had to take new experiences and new people to make you fully aware of that, Aries. And a lot of you, this has to do with self-love. Loving yourself wholly and fully, even when people couldn't accept you, when you felt situations or groups of people rejected you, how you could still be so attuned with yourself that no matter what you've been through of someone walking away from you, you still own and love every part of yourself, even when someone couldn't. And that's true happiness, Aries, honestly. So let's jump right on in. At the center of this, we have the 8 of Fire, Sagittarius energy. So if things have been a little bit dry, stale, stagnant in your life, that's all about to change, and it's going to change fast. I do feel for some of you guys, you're already starting to see the text messages, the emails, the offers come in of people wanting to hang out with you, of people wanting to do more things with you. For some of you with this Eight of Wands, I'm seeing a short trip. So maybe you live a few hours away of where you grew up from, but you're coming back. That's what I saw with Sagittarius and I believe Capricorn as well. You could have those signs in your chart. If so, check out that reading to see if there's messages for you there. But with the Eight of Wands, I feel that this is where you are starting to gain momentum back in your life, Aries. Where you're starting to be more active, more evolved, more action-oriented towards moving on, towards moving to newer and better. By the first step you're taking of making it happen, everything will fall into place. By making that intention set, that's where everything will start to take off. Some of you are in the process of taking that first step, and others of you are starting to see, even in the little ways, how much that has already helped by going in this new direction. I do feel if some of you guys, if this is romance related, you're going on more dates. You guys are opening and reactivating your dating apps again, and you're seeing how already people are already wanting to ask you out, to buy you a drink, to take you to dinner. You're gaining momentum back in your life, Aries. What's crossing this is the Ten of Wands. Sagittarius energy. So if this is a challenge in your life right now, it's fully closing out any old cycles, patterns, or contracts that you need to come to peace with, come to acceptance with. I do feel with this Ten of Wands, it's something that some of you are still carrying. The responsibility of why it failed. Honestly, Aries, with most things, it takes two to tango. And maybe you're only feeling like you were the reason for everything falling apart in a certain aspect of your life is because someone made you feel that way. And they didn't take accountability, they didn't take responsibility. Or even for those of you where I'm feeling a ghosting situation, you had to kind of fill in all the answers that this person couldn't give you. And you put that on yourself. But Spirit is saying for the challenge of this, to let the past be the past. Anything that you may still be holding on to, let it go. Let it die, let it burn. Because what was lost will be restored. And I do feel if there's anyone that's trying to put obligations onto you that you don't feel you should take upon, be okay with saying no. Be okay with setting boundaries. Even these new opportunities that may come in, if someone doesn't feel compatible, if something doesn't feel right, trust that and be okay with turning it down, Aries. I do feel for some of you guys with this Ten of Wands here that you put a lot of blame on yourself where it wasn't rightfully placed. Now, if this is enhancing the reading, Spirit is saying that trust what's ending, even if it's hard, even if it is something that you struggle with. It's coming to an ending to lift away certain karma from your life, to lift away certain patterns that you've outgrown. So accept everything that is ending, accept everything that's coming to a close, because it's actually uplifting you far more than you may realize in this moment. But you'll soon see, for sure, by the end of the month. What's crowning this is the Eight of Cups, Pisces energy. So yeah, this is that moment of what about me? Or why did they leave me? Why did this situation not follow through? It really does feel like you felt you weren't good enough, Aries, or that you couldn't do enough to save the situation, to save the relationship. Maybe even, Aries, if you were the one to walk away from this, and there's someone who's still maybe even trying to hold on to you, they may still blame you for everything that went wrong. They may still be angry that you've decided to move on. And that may be the challenge of fully just, although you may still care for this person, you may still have care for this situation, kind of really realizing when something has been the same for too long or something that you finally outgrown and be okay with that growth. But yeah, I do feel this element of grieving a little bit. Grieving what you've had to move on from, grieving what has left you. But you know what this person doesn't realize is the treasure chest that's still with them. That even if someone couldn't love you and honor you for everything you have, that doesn't mean you don't have anything. Maybe someone was just not ready to accept the love that you could have given, accept the support that you were so abundant in. But I do want to say, Aries, that there's more you gain from this than you realize, and there's more you gain from this than you lost this whole experience. And if you feel pulled to going in a new direction, in a new chapter, but you feel stuck because you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, you matter too, Aries. That's what Spirit wants you to remind yourself of. What's rooting this is the Nine of Wands. Sagittarius energy again. Yeah, and this is a whole lesson of reclaiming your power back, of reestablishing your strength, remembering who you are, regardless of what's been taken, regardless of what's unexpectedly happened or been happening in your life. You are still a fighter. You are still a warrior. You are still a pillar of strength. And I feel, Aries, this is one of those times in your life that you've had to gone through or have to go through to re-tap with that fire in you, to remotivate yourself, despite everything that's happened, despite everything you've already been through. I do feel Spirit wants to lift you back up again, Aries. Spirit wants you to know that even, okay, so if this was in regards to love and romance, for an example, just because it didn't work out with a certain someone doesn't mean it's not meant to happen for you. And to remind yourself that you are someone that has been through so much already. This isn't going to take you down. You've been through much worse and you made it out. And Spirit does want to remind you of the essential foundation for this whole card rooting your reading of who you are. Someone who doesn't give up, someone who fights, someone who brings the light back into the life even when there is darkness. You are that pillar of light for yourself, Aries, and you always will be. With the universe's assistance, with Spirit's assistance, God's assistance, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it took something leaving your life to remember something about yourself or to regain a part of yourself that this person or this situation tried to take with them. In the recent past, we have the Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. So if some of you, this is involving a job, maybe some of you have been looking for a new job, have been trying to put yourself back out there on a new platform, have been trying to open up your new business, and people are starting to notice you. But this is still the very beginning steps. And some of you are still maybe a little bit frustrated that it hasn't gone all the way yet. But what you're on is the right path. You are skilled, you are talented, you have the resources. Others of you with this Three of Pentacles, I do feel like you're connecting with people who are giving you that support you've been looking for, that have been cheering you up. Certain family members or friends. And others of you with the Eight of Fire and the Three of Pentacles, you may have been going on dates where you're starting to see a little bit of potential with certain people. You can see yourself being with, slowly but surely though. You want to see more. You want to feel like there's more to invest yourself in before you put your all out there, so you don't go through the same heartbreak you went through in the past. But I do feel rebuilding here with this Three of Pentacles. You're rebuilding your sense of self. You're rebuilding your sense of security. And you're showing off what you have, and people are starting to notice, Aries. Know that. In the near future, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Virgo energy. So for some of you guys, again, with the holidays coming through, you're going to be surrounded by family, or maybe for others of you, like I said, If you don't have that great relationship with your family, it's soul tribe, people who you choose to be a part of your family, blood related or not. And I do feel with this 10 of Pentacles, for others of you guys, if you've been looking for a job, you've been looking for that big break in your career, you're going to have it by the end of the month. A big opportunity that is going to pay well, that is from a great company, is from an amazing platform that's going to set you off. Others of you with this 10 of Pentacles, if it's not even by the end of December, you're setting yourself up to get the 10 of Pentacles in 2023 by understanding the fundamentals, by rebuilding yourself, rebuilding your sense of self. This 10 of Pentacles, and by the way, 10 of Cups is something you shall have, is meant for you in this lifetime. And as you work on it, as you develop it, grow it, learn from the past, and regain new skills for the future, I do feel, Aries, you have success and happiness coming your way. And I do feel this is coming from finances, this is coming from support. And others of you, you may find the person that you can see yourself being in a long-term relationship with by the end of this month. You'll meet the person you'll be in a relationship with in 2023. Maybe you're going to start to meet, if you're already dating this person, their family members, their close network of friends, and they're going to really like you. And they're going to see that there's potential between the two of you to be that couple that everyone's been waiting for this person to find, and they found it within you, Aries. But I do feel for a lot of you that may feel discouraged, that may feel down right now about what has left your life, you're getting the 10 of Pentacles out of this. You're going to hit the jackpot out of this situation. And I even feel, Aries, if someone rejected you on a romantic level, they're going to regret it. I know that may not mean anything to you. I know that may just be a side note. But for those of you that felt like you were the person that was in the wrong for everything, I feel like they couldn't handle everything you had to give, Aries. Simple as that. We all have different wounds. We all have different paths for why we kind of react certain ways, respond to certain things in situations that end up sabotaging ourselves. But what I do see is 8, 9, 10. There is progression in your life that's happening. There is progression moving forward. And with the 8 of Wands being the dead center of this, act now, Aries. Go for it. Take those chances. Take those opportunities that are starting to pour in, because one of them is going to land you in the 10 of Pentacles. So pay attention to what makes you feel excited, motivated. Leave behind anything that makes you sad, stressed, heartbroken. Because I do feel that there's amazing things unfolding here with whatever you're going through right now in your life. So let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards. Ooh, follow your vision with number 35, which breaks down to another 8. April 8th, April 18th, maybe March 28th are your birthdays. Maybe you've been seeing 888, which is all about success, growth. And it says, never lose sight of what is really important. So yeah, Aries, maybe some of you guys really resonate with wolf energy, wolf totem energy. But I do feel sometimes we have to walk on our paths alone for a little bit to kind of relearn, restabilize, regroup, and reconnect with a part of ourselves that we may have lost by trying to give it to something else, give it too much to someone else that never was enough. So Aries, I feel that whatever left your life is refocusing your vision, is not making you feel like you can't do it, you can't be enough for someone, you aren't good enough for someone, but make you focus on the right people who will see your light as it is and not be afraid of it, not retract from it, but be drawn to it, allured by it. I do feel you're going to find that partner, Aries. Business partner, friendship, romantic partner. Some of you, this person is becoming apparent in December. Others of you, you are just kind of playing go fish here in the dating world and seeing who can bite the bait. There is one specific person that you will take up on that date. You'll take up on that phone call, that text message, and I think you're going to really see why it couldn't have worked out with anyone else. The letter V is sticking out to me, as in Victoria, as in Victor. First, middle, last initial could mean something to someone. Doesn't have to be the case, but let's keep going. Wow, Mystic Healer. Yeah, healing energy flows through you. And this is coming after that 8 of Cups that may still haunt you, that may still come about as an intrusive thought from time to time of what didn't work out, what failed, what didn't happen. Every time you think of yourself in that lower vibrational energy of that heartbreak that someone may have given to you, Spirit wants to flow through you to help you heal from it once and for all. So it can't hold you in hostage anymore, Aries. So it can't make you doubt yourself. I do feel for a lot of you guys, you are a healer. You are an empath. Maybe some of you are psychic. And through this experience of loss, you've gained an awakening or an upgrade in your intuition, in your psychic abilities, in your connection with the spiritual world and your ancestors. And maybe this loss was the catalyst to your spiritual awakening. And you're so much more aware now, energetically, psychically, intuitively, than you were before. But I do feel you're healing from this once and for all, Aries, in a way you couldn't or didn't feel you were ready to heal from. Let's keep going. Tell me more about Aries. You got 2 cards here, so let's see. We have new beginnings, yes. Master number 44, and the butterfly may mean something to you guys on a personal level. And it says, let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So I do feel up until this point, you guys have been doing a lot of releasing, a lot of learning, a lot of filling in the blanks where you didn't know how to fill them in. But after all this is said and done, it's catapulting you into these new beginnings that are opening in your life. And you can trust these new beginnings energy. They're coming from a high place, a high intention, a high vibration. And then romance, number 23. Yeah, I was feeling romance very strongly. And the rose, you may be seeing rose symbology in your everyday life. You may have a rose tattoo, know someone that has one that's in your life. But it says, romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. So new beginnings in love are happening. New beginnings in love that are coming from a much higher vibrational state than what left you is coming into your life. And you can be assured that Spirit is almost for some of you welcoming in a soulmate into your life right now, or you're falling for a soulmate currently, but the only thing that's keeping you from going all into this is afraid of being heartbroken again. I feel different energy entirely with this new energy that is in your life, Aries, and I think it's something that you can trust. But romance is in the air, Aries. And I do feel this is the time now to put yourself out there to attract high vibrational love that I feel is meant for you. What I was kind of saying with this wolf energy, you may be meeting that person you've been looking for. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and pull one more card and get a final message from Spirit. Any last minute advice of what to remember from all this? Let's see. Puffin partnership. Wow. And it says, accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. So yeah, again, by surrounding yourself with the people that uplift you, that heal you, that make you feel accepted for as you are, spend more time around those people, Aries. And if you need to open up about something, you know who to trust. I feel that with this psychic, empathic energy that you're kind of exuding that I feel within this reading. If you need to open up to someone about something, I do feel there's a safe ear for you to trust to be opened up to. And I want you to know it's okay to trust those feelings and to feel safe. I mean, again, like through the awakening you went through spiritually, psychically from someone that left you, I think it really has grown your discernment here. And you can pick up on this energy. You can pick up on this person that I feel brings you so much happiness already just by talking to them on the phone, text messaging them, meeting them up on the dates they ask you out to. There's something very special being formed and bonded here. And I feel that this person that may start to enter your life after whatever had to close out, you're going to see why it never could have worked with that person in the past, like I said. And there's so much more to be gained from this new energy, this new chapter unfolding than anything from the past could ever give you. And I'm excited for you to find this person, Aries, because you deserve beautiful, high-vibrating love, whether this is romantic or even if it's friendship, platonic. You are someone that is very deserving of love, so be open to it and see what you receive. Thank you so much, Aries, for joining me for this reading. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope it provided you with the clarity, insight, healing, guidance you're looking for in regards to your month in December. If it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aries, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.